Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be comparing 3 Bellroy crossbody sling bags. So the 3 bags we have are the Venture Ready 2.5 liter sling, we have the Venture 6 liter sling, and then, spoiler alert, I really felt like this one was too big, that one was too small, and so I also have the Lite Mini, which is a 4 liter bag from them. All right, so let's put all bags down here on the table and let's take a look. So in order from smallest to largest, again, we have the Venture Ready 2.5 liter sling, the Lite Mini 4 liter sling, and the Venture 6 liter sling. Now, obviously, these two, both having Venture in the title, share a lot in common, which we'll get into. And the Lite Sling is probably the most different of the two, but it also shares a lot in common with the Venture Ready 2.5 liter in terms of, in particular, the strap. From a similarity standpoint, all 3 of these have Bellroy's kind of patented sling connection or strap connection system here, which allows the sling, when pulled tight against your body, to actually self-compress. So if there's not much in there, all 3 of these bags will get very thin. So it makes them all great for travel. If you want to throw these into a larger piece of luggage unloaded, you can do so. And likewise, when you're wearing them on your body, they self-compress down, but then they can also kind of balloon out when you fill them with things. Now, in terms of pockets, the 6 liter and the Lite Mini both have a quick access pocket that is hidden by a flap here, as well as a main access pocket. But the 2.5 liter has those 2 pockets, and then it is the only one that has a third kind of secret pocket here in the back, which we'll get into more when we talk specifically about this bag. All 3 of them also have Bellroy's kind of patented gusset system, so you can open the zipper from either side. They're all YKK WaterGuard zippers on the top here, and then inside there is this piece of fabric that allows the bag to expand really wide open from one side or the other, depending on how you zip the bag open, which also means they are all prone to the same problem, which is if this gusset for some reason is sitting out when you zip it closed, this is not fully waterproof as there is an opening here. Now, if we move the Venture 6 liter out for a second and just look at the straps between the Venture Ready 2.5 liter and the Lite Mini 4 liter, you'll see they are basically the exact same. They are the same width here. They have the same kind of size adjustment clips, although this is metal on the Venture Ready 2.5 liter, while this is plastic on the Lite Mini, probably for weight savings. But they do both feature the same magnetic enclosure that is found on the right side of the bag as you're looking at it. I know some people have complained where this comes off accidentally for them, but I have found that not to really be an issue for me. Although notably, it is only found on the one side of the bag, so that's on this side, which on this quick release strap, since it is just on one side, if you are someone who wears your sling on your left side, you will find that it's in a nice comfortable spot. If you're wearing your sling on your front, it's right here. It's a quick release, and you can swing it around back, and again, from the front. If you're someone like me who prefers their sling on their right shoulder, you'll find this is kind of an awkward spot down here where I kind of have to use my hand. I've gotten used to doing that one-handed, so it's not a huge problem, but it's something to note depending on which side of your shoulder that you wear your sling on. Now, conversely, on the straps for the 6 liter, this is a much thicker strap. So if we look at the, let's look at this color. So it's about a 1/2 inch thicker on the 6 liter sling. It's a larger sling. It needs to carry more weight. It makes sense that they made that a little bit wider. We'll move the Lite Mini out for a second. Additionally, the 6 liter and the 9 liter feature a different quick release system. So there are these buckles, and they're on both sides, so there are 2 buckles. It is metal on this side and plastic on this side. I have seen a lot of people complaining about these and thinking they're not gonna hold up over time. So far, it's been fine for me, but I get it. This doesn't feel great. It would have felt much better if these were both metal sides, because the metal going into plastic just doesn't feel great. But conversely, because of the even-handedness of that and the fact that there are 2 buckles, no matter which side that you wear it on, if you want to release the strap from this side or this side, obviously you can do it with either way that you wear the bag. Additionally, on the 6 liter, there are 2 adjustment points, and they are both metal. So this just allows you to make sure that these adjustment points are not where you don't want them to be. So again, if we throw the bag on, if you're someone who wears it on their front, like right now, that buckle is right on my shoulder, and so I could make that one longer and the other one shorter, and so I could just get that buckle out of, you know, kind of that pinch point or that pressure point right on my shoulder. Now on the Venture series, this fabric is very similar, although it is a little bit different between these two slings. I think it's different fabric based on the colorway, but from the most part, the way that they will wear and the way that they will kind of feel and be structured. Now the Lite Mini, on the other hand, this is a very different type of fabric. This is super wearable. You can roll this up. This is meant to, you know, you can shove this anywhere you want. That's the advantage of this bag. This bag is actually half the weight of the 6 liter, and it's actually less than the 2.5 liter too. So this is a very light material. Now this is their diamond ripstop fabric, which I think they are discontinuing. They recently announced a new Duralite nylon fabric, and I was so curious that I went ahead and ordered that one myself. So as soon as that arrives, I will be making another video comparing the two fabrics in the Lite Sling Mini, because the new one is supposed to be more matte like these, and a little bit more durable, which, you know, that is something on the Lite Minis that, you know, it's a very light fabric, and there is concern that this won't wear as well or be, you know, just hold up as well as the Venture fabrics, but time will tell on that one. So the 2.5 liter here is 5.9 inches tall, or 150 millimeters, 8.7 inches wide, or 220 millimeters, and 3.9 inches deep. Now obviously when it's compressed down, and sorry, that's 100 millimeters. Now when it's compressed down, it is definitely thinner than that, but at its kind of maximum, that's where it will be. Now conversely, on the Lite Sling Mini, it's a little taller. It's about 6.7 inches, or 170 millimeters tall. It is 200 millimeters, so it's a little less wide, or 7.8 inches wide, and then 2.7 inches deep, or 70 millimeters. So their claim specs is that this is a little less deep on the Mini. That said, I do believe you can get a little bit more in this one, which we'll check out in a little bit. And then the 6 liter here is again 6.7 inches tall, so it's supposed to be the same height as the Lite Mini, but 11.6 inches wide, which is 295 millimeters, and 3.5 inches deep, which is 88 millimeters, which is similar to the 2.5 liter. So if we just hold them up to each other here, you can see the 2.5 liter is quite a bit smaller, obviously, than the 6 liter, both in terms of height and width. And that's what they look like from the top, so roughly the same depth. And then the Lite Sling here, if we look at that versus the 2.5 liter here, from a top-down standpoint, you can see that the 4 liter here is quite a bit taller. But if we turn it around here, again, the Lite Sling is that much more kind of narrow. On the bottom particularly, it does kind of edge up a little bit here, so you can fit a little bit taller, bulkier items maybe in the top than the bottom of this sling. All right, so first let's start with the Venture Ready 2.5 liter. So up front is the quick grab pocket, which when you open up, there is a divider here in the middle, and then there's two kind of generous sized pockets on either side, as well as a key leash. I usually throw my Sony Link Buds S in there, as well as maybe a hand sanitizer. And that's about it for that pocket. Let's go to the back compartment. Now this is the only one of the 3 slings that has this third external zippered pocket. This could be great for anything that you want to keep a little bit more secure and closer to your body. Obviously a passport, wallet, things like that. What I've been putting in here are just my flat items. So I have a very slim battery bank that I use, as well as a little hanky, as well as a mask. So those 3 items I put back there, and they zip away, no problem. Now going into the main pocket, there's a few features here. So the only additional pocket inside here is there's this divider, which is nice and soft and cushy. And on this back panel, it's really nice soft fabric. So this is definitely meant to be more of a cell phone slot. So this is just the Samsung S24, which is a very small phone, and you can see plenty of space in there. So I'm confident you can fit pretty much any large phone. An iPhone Max, probably gonna be no problem in there. And then on the other side of this divider is just a wide open pocket, and then this soft, kind of stretchy, meshy material. It's a little too stretchy, and it's a little bit too far to the bottom, in my opinion. There's a little bit extra room, so I wouldn't have minded if they just kind of moved this pocket up, which would have helped keep your sunglasses up and away from the items in the bottom of this bag. So in this pocket, I have like a zipper pouch here with a little first aid, kind of everyday medical items. I have a kind of slim pouch here that just has a multi-tool, a bit set, and a flashlight in there. So kind of my little EDC pouch that can go in there, no problem as well. And I can shove my sunglasses up there. I usually also carry a little foldable tote bag, which I can squeeze in there. And we didn't get my pens in there. I usually carry a Sharpie and a pen. In this case, I could either toss it in the back, which would fit just fine, or underneath these pouches, and it would have fit as well. So that all does zip up, but you can see it leaves the pouch a little bit bulky. And so my main drawback for me personally is that I'm also trying to carry a Sony a6400. I've got the 20mm pancake lens without the hood, so this is about as slim as I can get this camera. But that really obviously will not fit in there with this packed out. But if we go ahead and open it up, let's see what we would need to take out. So let's take out the tote bag, let's take out the sunglasses, and let's take out the EDC pouch. The pens are probably fine in there. I also am gonna have to lose the hand sanitizer from experience. If I throw this pouch on its side, this camera will fit in here. Not easily, but it will fit sideways like that, and it will still zip up. So in a pinch, I could do that, but you can see what happens in this front pouch is that lens comes all the way out to here, leaving basically no room. So where I had that hand sanitizer, this pocket is kind of done. If I was only carrying everything else outside of the camera, it fits it perfectly like a glove. So next, let's move up to the Lite Sling Mini. All right, so here again is the Lite Sling Mini. This is the 4-liter. In the front pocket, it's got this kind of flap to open that. And inside you'll find no organization outside of this key leash. So again, same things can throw in there. Go ahead and put my link buds in, as well as the hand sanitizer. Actually, in this bag, I like putting the pen and Sharpie in this front pocket. I just put it underneath those other items, so the pens fit down there just fine, plenty of width. Throw the hand sanitizer in there. So no extra organization, but it fits those things well. Again, no back pocket on this one, so that's a drawback. But if you open it up, you'll see there is an additional zippered pocket on the back panel here. There's no pockets on the front. There's no sunglasses holder at all. No additional organization except for a non-stretchy, but there's a pocket on this gusset here on this side only. So if you look on the other side, it's just the gusset without any pocket. So in this one, I've been putting the, well, in the back, I've been putting the flat items again. Again, you could maybe, I think, fit a passport in there, but I'll put the battery in there. I'll put the mask in there. I'll put the hanky in there. I don't carry my phone in my sling, so I won't be sticking that anywhere. This little gusset is nice. I find it nice to put this little foldable shopping bag. It still compresses well. And then if I toss in the little first aid medicine pouch, as well as my EDC pouch, still plenty of room for everyday items. There is not a sunglasses area, and so I I usually just throw these. I have some sunglasses have hard cases. These just have a little microfiber thing, but just will keep them from getting scratched up. I can kind of toss those just right on top, and that compresses down pretty well. So that's what that looks like with that same loadout. And now let's try to get that camera in here. So we'll bring it in. And so this one does fit the camera pretty well, as long as I just fold up these pouches, because it has that extra height, so I can put these things in here standing up, which then allows me to put this camera in the way I like it with the grip up. Now I will say that this is still a little tight with the hand sanitizer up here, so let's take that out for now, and that allows a little bit extra room for that lens in there. And so yeah, there's all of those things. And does it zip close? It does. That is the Lite Sling Mini. It does fit an A6400. I think it'd probably fit an X100V, very popular camera to carry around for this kind of same purpose. So there you go. Okay, and finally stepping up to the big boy of this video comparison, the 6 liter here. So again, in the front quick access pocket, this has the most internal organization by far. So there's a wide open pocket here with that nice soft fabric on the front, as well as 2 mesh stretchy pockets in here. There's also the key leash. Let's just put the same things in there for comparison's sake. I can definitely fit the link buds in there and the hand sanitizer. There's still plenty of room. You could easily throw a wallet in there. I have still been putting the marker and pen down in there. Again, no back pocket here. So as we open up the main section, let's go to the back first. So we do have that additional zippered pocket here. That is great for those flat items. I'll put my 3 flat items just to keep the comparison the same. So those fit in there, obviously no problem, and that zips up. In front of that are 2 not stretchy pockets. So again, good for flatter items, but they could be good for that battery bank. On the sides, on both sides in this one, there is that gusset pocket, but this one is a nicer mesh than the Lite Mini, and it's stretchy, so you can get more things in there. And again, that is on the right side, and then on the left side, it's the exact same thing. It's a mirror in there. So you get 2 of those pockets as well. And then you get this nice zippered pouch. I love this glasses pocket integration. It's all the way to the top here. You can put your sunglasses in there. In fact, let's do that right now. We can take them out of this thing because this is nice and soft. Put them lens forward, zip that up. And now those sunglasses are very well protected, but way high in here, way above all of the other space. So for comparison's sake, again, this is gonna feel silly, but we'll put that first aid pouch in there. We'll put that EDC pouch in there. And now we just have all this extra empty space. So this is the main reason why this one felt still a little too big for me, because if I move those things over, I still have plenty of room here to put my camera, grip up the way I like to put it, can toss that in there, still plenty of space. The sunglasses still fit above my camera as well, which is nice. So that all zips up, everything that I need. It does bulk out a little bit, as you can see, but it fits everything comfortably, and there is still definitely more space to pack out things here. So if you were wanting to carry something like an iPad mini that can fit in here, I could put these things up on their side as well, and I still have space here. You could put a small water bottle. Like if you weren't carrying a camera, obviously, in this thing, you could definitely put a small umbrella, a water bottle. I forgot to mention in here, in addition to those 2 pockets, there is a small little pen pocket, and by small, I mean that's as far as my pen goes down. And so that one actually even zip closed. Plenty of organization here. To your heart's content, you can really build that out and pack it out. All right, I hope this video was helpful for you. I was really going back and forth on which sling would fit my stuff, and it is a very personal decision in terms of the things that you want to carry and have with you every single day. So I definitely recommend, if you can get into a store and actually check these things out, it makes a world of a difference. Please, Bellroy, if you're watching this, make a Venture 4 liter that has the same sunglasses pocket, those same kind of stretchy pockets, use that same fabric, but just a little bit of that in-between size. I think we're missing, you go from 2.5 to 6 to 9, and I think we're missing just one right in the middle. So please, if you're listening, that would be amazing in the future. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next one.